What's up, Eurovision people? My name is Sean, and on my channel I talk about all things Eurovision. Predictions for semi-final 2 need to be made. My semi-final 1 prediction video is already out. You can check it out on the card up here. This is a more difficult semi-final to predict, in my opinion, because I think it is stronger, but it also has so many borderline qualifiers. This is gonna be harder. I'm less confident about this prediction than I was for my semi-final 1 prediction. I did this prediction after the running order came out because that usually helps me pick and choose between the borderline qualifiers, which are the hardest countries to predict the fate of. So running order is out, the odds are talking to us. We need to make prediction for semi-final 2. Let's go! However, before I do so, please don't forget to comment, subscribe to my channel so you can get content like this. You love Eurovision, so do I. So it's a match. Comment, subscribe. Subscribes are free after all, and my content is honest, and when you have content like this, I try to make it make sense. Literally no reason for you to not subscribe, and while you're at it, come and follow me on all sorts of social media where we can take the conversation further. I have selected 7 countries that I think will qualify from this semi-final regardless of what happens in Basel. I think they are safe, I think they are locks based on the strength of the song, based on the reaction that they got. The first country that I think will find its place in the final easily is Austria. Yeah, Austria is gonna qualify. This is more of a jury song than it is a televote song, but I still think the televote will pick up for this in big numbers. I'm not sure if it can win the semi, to be honest, but seeing the running order, seeing the odds, seeing the reaction, and taking everything into consideration, for all of those reasons, Austria is the first country that I'm picking. The second country that I think will make it is Finland. Finland has the best momentum that any country has in this year's Eurovision Song Contest. This song could get the job done. I think Erika, Vikman and komme have the right ingredients. They are close. Finland is closing the semi-final as well. For the purpose of this video, this is a prediction on who's qualifying, and I think Finland will be among the 10 finalists pretty easily. The third country that I think will qualify is Israel. This is a really good song. It's probably the best ballad in this semi-final, objectively. This one will find its way to the final for whatever reason pretty easily. I think this could also win the semi-final. The fourth country that I think is qualifying, and I can't believe I'm saying this, but it's Malta. I guess Malta's qualifying. I mean, if you asked me this question whether we're qualifying or not right after Mariam Shengelia won, I wouldn't have been so confident. But to be honest, I think all the press that this receives about the censorship of the word cunt is serving it well. The song is catchy, the song is immediate. I do think that people will enjoy the stage performance that the Maltese delegation has cooked up, but I can't say anything about that. This is qualifying, right? This is qualifying. Country number 5 that I think is going to be in the final is Greece. This is probably my favorite song in this semi-final. I'm really nervous to see if Greece will actually qualify, because when they sent songs like this, it wasn't always easy. I'm not going to be arrogant about Greece, because Fokas Evangelinos, who is doing the staging, has had bad stagings. I'm really nervous about what the performance is gonna look like, but the song is just so strong on its own. The song is beautiful, and if you ask me, this is the best ballad in this semi-final. Yeah, I think Greece, even with the running order that helps them, Greece should qualify. Greece should qualify. This is where things start to get a little bit less confident for me in this prediction, but I still think there are 2 countries that have a pretty strong chance of qualifying from the semi-final. The 6th country that I'm picking for my prediction of the 10 qualifiers is Lithuania. I think Lithuania should qualify based on the fact that this song is objectively of a very high quality. It's probably got those people who will vote for it who are not really loud in the Eurovision fan community, and for that reason we are worrying about Lithuania. I do think that this song will find its fans on the night of the semi-final, and probably even more on the night of the final, if and when hopefully it qualifies. There are countries that typically vote for Lithuania in the semi-final. I think Lithuania should find a place in the final. I really hope so because I love this song. The seventh country that I'm picking for my finalists is a country that's probably gonna surprise you. Serbia is qualifying. Okay, the reaction to this has been very lukewarm, borderline bad. It's very much influenced by the national final. Not many people expected Prince to win. For that reason, I think people think Serbia is dead on arrival. I completely disagree. Serbia typically has strong holding power in the televote. But more than that, I think the song has a charm that is not spoken about by people in the fandom and people in the press. It is what people expect from Serbia. It is pretty much a Balkan ballad. The running order really helps it as well. I think the ballad that comes towards the end, the last ballad of the night, usually always makes it with some very few exceptions. I think Serbia is gonna qualify. Again, because I love this song so much, I can't be cocky about this prediction. Serbia, I think, should make it. Okay, those are the first 7 countries that I feel more or less confident about their qualification chances. However, there are 3 to 4 countries that I think will be out. The first country that I think is out is Georgia. I don't like saying this because I actually like this song. And I would probably choose Georgia to be among the qualifiers if I had to choose. However, I cannot ignore the fact that this has gotten a pretty bad reaction. There aren't any other outright gone dead on arrival songs in this semi-final. Georgia's the closest one. They don't typically have huge support in the televote, and even though I think this could be a song that people expect from Georgia, I don't think it's strong enough to qualify. And it pains me to say it because if I was choosing the 10, this would be in there. The second country that I think is not qualifying is Armenia. This song is very generic in my opinion. The reaction to it has not been great. And I think people who expect Armenia to qualify are simply saying that out of Armenia's good track record in the semis. But people forget that this is not something that people expect from Armenia. Its position in the running order is not helping it. This is probably the one that could be forgotten the most. If it does qualify, I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, for now I'm saying that Armenia is out. The third country that I think is probably gonna crash out of the semi-finals, it's Ireland. Ireland needs a lot to qualify because people don't really know what to expect from them these days. The fact that it's a Norwegian girl singing about a Russian dog representing Ireland really, I think, will confuse people. I do think that the running order doesn't help at all, even though, you know, Montenegro and Latvia are not definite qualifiers. They are sending something more typical of what the Eurovision audience tends to come for. For that reason, I think Ireland is just not going to stand out in the way that people hope it does. For now, I'm gonna say that Ireland is also out. The fourth country that I think is going to be out of the semi-final, again, it really pains me to say it because I love this song, but it's gonna have to be Montenegro. So in semi-final 1, I said that the number 2 slot won't harm Poland, so why should I say that it will harm Montenegro? It's a different scenario. I mean, I do think Montenegro will stand out between the cheap and maybe tacky quality of Australia and Ireland, but the fact that it's a ballad and it comes so early makes it a candidate to be forgotten. Again, if this qualifies, I will be so happy, but I just can't see it happening for Montenegro. It is not an immediate song. I don't think Montenegro will come last, but unfortunately, I don't think they're gonna come in the top 10 of the semi-final. Okay, so after sorting out the countries that I think will qualify and the countries that I think will not qualify, we are left with 5 borderline qualifiers, and they are Australia, Latvia, Denmark, Czechia, and Luxembourg. Some of you might be surprised to see Australia and Luxembourg in this mix, but I do think they are borderline qualifiers. It's not going to be so easy to determine how they place in this semi-final. Let's start with another country that I think is qualifying, and the 8th country that I'm picking for my prediction of the 10 qualifiers in this semi-final is Latvia. Okay, first of all, this song would probably have the same staging it had in Supernova, and thank God for that, because that staging was exactly how the song needs to be staged. It is beautiful, it is very different, it is unique, and it is what people come to Eurovision for, this ethnic folk kind of representation of that country that they are seeing being represented. However, I cannot ignore that most people don't think that this is qualifying. For that reason, it is a borderline qualifier. If it qualifies, I'm not so confident about it. I did see the running order come out on the video, and when Latvia was number 4, surrounded by Ireland and Armenia, I think it will really stand out. Latvia should qualify, and I really hope so, because this is a song that we need to see in the final, also for the progress and the evolution of Eurovision. Let's talk about Australia. Everyone knows I don't like this song. I don't think it should qualify, but the reaction that it got is very positive. It will stand out, probably so much because it's opening the show. I would not be surprised if this goes either way. If it qualifies, I won't be surprised, but if it doesn't, I'll probably be relieved, to be honest. For the purposes of the prediction, I think that Australia is qualifying. Yeah, Australia is the 9th qualifier in this prediction. If it doesn't qualify, I won't be surprised, especially if the staging is going to dip into the cheap and scandalous nature of the lyrics, to be honest. People seem to like it. It is kind of immediate. I'm expecting to see Australia in the final, for whatever reason. Okay, 3 countries left: Denmark, Czechia, and Luxembourg. Now, I can stop this video right here because any further prediction I'm gonna make is very pointless, because I could see all of these songs qualify and I could see all of these songs not qualify. I'm gonna talk about a country that is not gonna qualify according to this prediction. That's gonna be Luxembourg. I don't think that Luxembourg has a bad song. I think Luxembourg has a song that will stand out. It will remind people of old school Eurovision, and I think people will pick up the phone and vote for Luxembourg more than the fandom is giving them credit. However, its position in the running order worries me a little bit. I would personally put this through if I was choosing the qualifiers. Something tells me that this will just miss the mark to qualify for the final. So that leaves just 2, and those are Denmark and Czechia. I don't know what my head or my heart says for these. If I had to choose, I would want to see Denmark qualify. Actually, I would rather have Luxembourg or Montenegro qualify over Denmark. People might expect to see this kind of song from Denmark. Its position in the running order actually helps. The staging is really gonna matter here, because Sissal has said she wants to change everything, but by Denmark standards, that doesn't mean much. But if they change it in a way that is going to elevate the song, this could qualify. Czechia is a song that is good, but for some reason it just doesn't stand out. It's probably gonna be performed well. Czechia typically does good staging. I can see a scenario where Czechia qualifies just in 9th or 10th place. If you asked me to pick one with a bullet to my head, I would tell you shoot me. Like, I feel like both of these countries have the exact same chances to qualify, but for the purposes of this video, I have to pick one, and the 10th qualifier I'm picking is Czechia. I don't feel good about this because I don't want to see Denmark not qualify. I don't want to see Luxembourg out, and I don't want to see Montenegro out. I would probably choose 2 of those countries over Australia and Czechia, personally. Those are my 10. So I'm picking Austria, Finland, Israel, Malta, Greece, Lithuania, Serbia, Latvia, Australia, and Czechia as the 10 qualifiers I expect to see in semi-final 2. Again, I'm not so confident about this prediction, but if I have to make a prediction, this is the one I'm making. Thank you so much for watching. Comment, subscribe to my channel if you did enjoy this video. My content is honest, it makes sense. Even if you disagree with it, we can agree that there is some sense in these predictions. Subscribes are free after all, so why not? You guys love Eurovision, I do too. It's a match. Comment, subscribe, and come and follow me on all sorts of social media where we can take this conversation further. I will see you later. Check out my semi-final 1 prediction video, and goodbye.